Hello there! This is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark Temple of the Golden Idol. It is set number 77015, comes with 1,545 pieces, and is rated 18 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $149.99 and in Canada for $199.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Now, as you can see, obviously, as an 18 plus set, we have the pretty standard box art for an 18 plus set with the set on this black background, looking very, very nice. You have the, of course, Indiana Jones logo on the bottom there, and it just looks absolutely outstanding on this box. On the top of the set, you can see some of the characters included in the set, or well, all the minifigures included in the set with the Hovoito's Warrior, Belloc, Indiana Jones, and Satipo. Flipping the box around on the background, you can see some of the scenes they take inspirations from. So you, of course, have the boulder chasing after Indy after he has already taken the idol. You have Indy trying to beat the trapdoor from to save his whip. You have Satipo, using his staff to swing across. You also have the dimensions of the set itself, with it being 51 centimeters or 20 inches across, and a total of 23 centimeters or 9 inches tall. So quite a large set, definitely need a lot of room. Also on the side here, you have a scene directly from Raiders of the Lost Ark with Indy swapping for the idol with his, sort of fake item, trying to, as it is weight-based. And it also shows it in Lego form with his sack. And then there's also a mention of the light brick included in the set that is really awesome and definitely makes the set even cooler. Now, before we get into the set, I want to show off the manual. And thankfully, as this set does not have a rendered image, it has an image of what I believe is the main poster for the original Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just looks absolutely gorgeous, definitely very unique. This also has a lot of information on, the creation of the set, but also on what inspired it, different scenes. You have, background images. Looks really awesome, I have to say. And it just really adds extra to this set. And lastly, before we get into the minifigures, these are the extra pieces. As you can see, you're left with quite a large assortment of extra pieces here. From Technic to studs, plant pieces. Obviously, you have the brick separator, an extra whip for Indy there. But overall, just pretty nice to add all this to your collection for free. Taking a look at our first minifigure, we have, of course, our titular hero, Indiana Jones. And he looks very good. Obviously, going to be very similar to some of the other ones from the newer Indiana Jones sets, based on Raiders of the Lost Ark. But still a very nice figure nonetheless. Now this one does have a nice face print of him, covered in spiderwebs for the double-sided face. And you, of course, have the newer style hat that has the hair molded in, as you can see. It looks very nice to have that molded in there. And just really good looking, I have to say. Now, of course, if you take off his head, we can show off the torso print a little bit better by removing his satchel. Just like that, you can see it looks really good. Flipping it around on the back, you can see the nice detail there. Just a really nice design, I have to say. Our next character is Satipo, or Satipo. Apologies, haven't seen the movie very recently. I saw it a few months ago, so forget what he was called. He's obviously overall a minor character in the overall film, but important to this scene, so good that they included him. His printing looks absolutely outstanding. Obviously no leg printing, but the torso print, I think looks absolutely really good. He's got some spiders crawling on his back there, which very creepy looking. Definitely not a big fan of spiders, so but nice printing. And then you have him, screaming from fear, essentially there. Also carrying a torch, and then this stick that he uses that you can attach and have him swing across on. Our next character is Belloc, who is, of course, Indiana Jones' rival and sort of the main antagonist, I guess, of the first film. He's very sweaty as they're in, obviously, a very human place at the start of the film to search for the golden idol. So, and he's just letting Indiana Jones do all the work so he can just steal it afterwards. Now, obviously, because of the hat choice is accurate, there wasn't an ability to give him a second face print, as it would be visible on the other side of the hat. If I can get his hat back on. There we go. Just like that. Torso print looks pretty good. No arm or leg printing, but also has, of course, a revolver. And next we have the Hostovite's Warrior, or Hostovito's Warrior. And really outstanding printing. Like, he's probably, besides Indiana Jones, the most detailed figure here. And it's pretty cool to see, you know, from the the torso to the belt to the leg printing. Just looks really awesome, I have to say. The back printing, as you saw, looks really good. And you do have a double-sided face, which is great to have included. And of course, carrying a bow and arrow. Now, just getting an overall look at this Temple of the Golden Idol set, and I just think it's so awesome to see what they did here. It's obviously very much like a diorama set, but it's different. It has more play functions included in the set that I think just really make the set like its own thing. Like, it's obviously inspired completely by what they've done with the diorama collection, but it's its own thing, which I like to see LEGO doing. And I hope if they do expand the diorama ideas to other themes, whether it's Marvel or you know, really any other themes, I guess, that are like main themes, I hope they, you know, give it its own spin, because like this on its own just looks awesome. And yeah. Now, just starting off on the side here, you have, of course, the boulder that can roll down, and this really cool function here where all of these dials, you have a total of 4 different dials that you can turn. This one here on the end controls the boulder, so you can turn it clockwise to roll it up, and then counterclockwise. It's a locking mechanism, so you can just turn it slightly, and it'll go on its own. Or you can, of course, turn it and make it go a slower speed if you wanted to. And just to show, I found you can't really knock Indy over, unfortunately. Like, you can have it hit him, but it doesn't really like, there's just too much resistance to fully knock him over, which is probably the only thing that sucks, I guess. Like, obviously he doesn't end up getting crushed at all in the film, but it would have been nice being able to, you know, doing a what if, I guess, being able to knock him. It just doesn't matter where you put him, you can move him farther in, and he just, oh, that time I did knock him over. Like you see there, it just catches, just to show. But like, overall, the main functionalities of the torch just to have it sort of chase, and it looks really cool. Now, going inside, you can see some very nice detail. You, of course, have your other unofficial minifigure, which is the full skeleton here. So, not included as a main minifigure, but you do get a full skeleton. You have some creepy crawly spiders there, which adds some extra creepiness to the set. Of course, you also have a spider on top of the spider web as well, which you can, of course, move to give yourself a little bit more visibility there. There isn't a whole lot of space to put your character, as you sort of saw with Indy inside, but it does its own job. Now, of course, if we flip the side open, you can see the sort of opening area that you can have, and there is some space, so you can obviously have the Astrovites and Belloc waiting for Indy at the very end to steal the golden idol, as you can see there. So very nice that you can sort of reenact different scenes there. Flipping the set around, you can see one of the other main functionalities that you can control, which is this drop-down sort of area. So as you can see, flipping this dial, again, counterclockwise, drops it, and you can basically trap. So we'll just reenact with Satipo trying to get out, essentially. We'll attach him on here, just because there's not a whole lot of space there, but you can just drop it shut to block him out, essentially. I guess that doesn't really work there. The other And probably the most useless one, if we're being honest, that you can turn is you have this dial here, and it can turn this way. So what you're basically supposed to represent is you attach the Tipo and his stick here with the clip, and then you can reenact him sort of going, using it to, you know, go around essentially. So it's okay, but it's definitely not like the most consequential one, and it's definitely the least interesting turning mechanism of the set. And now on to the final section of the set, which is, of course, stealing the golden idol. So you can really play around with it. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you grab it itself, but if you wanted to just reenact the scene, you place our trusty sack of dirt on top, and you have Indy just ready to go. And then with this dial, you just, if you turn it slightly, it activates the light brick, as you can see there. Just showing with the lights off, just so you get a better idea of what I mean, but slightly turning activates the light brick. And then basically, as you turn this, you'll actually notice this part will drop, and that will also trigger this mechanism that will cause that face to drop in. So just going all the way in, and then an extra turn, and you knock the face as the temple starts to collapse, essentially. So very, very interesting mechanism there. Of course, you can pop him back in, and then basically you just turn it all the way back in order to get this mechanism back into a lock position where it stays up. Otherwise, it will stay down. So just to show what I mean, you hit it, it obviously drops in, you can put that back, and then you turn it the other way, you hear it click, and that's when it's good. This is the golden idol, a very, very interesting and really good looking mold, I have to say. It's a nice chrome gold color, definitely very, very nice piece. And what's nice about the locking mechanism is no matter how hard you like push, it's locked until you turn this dial. So you don't have to worry about, you know, placing this on. It's not gonna like trigger anything. It's very much in place until you turn the dial. So again, just to show it off because it's so cool, you turn it and boom. Now the only thing is it's definitely like you're given some time, like you have to give it an extra like push in order to trigger the face falling. So as you saw, it goes down and then you have to push it again in order to get the face to fall. But still really cool mechanism that they designed there. Now onto what I think is the most disappointing aspect of the set, and that's the quote and tile here, as those are all stickers. I'm not sure why they didn't print it, since they printed all the Star Wars ones. Definitely really disappointing. I think I lined it up as good as I could, and it looks really good, but unfortunately these are stickers, and it's not that this set like can't have stickers, but I just feel like these parts here should always be printed. I just think it aids in the quality and makes it a better set, because in the end, like, while these here are printed tiles, every other design you see is going to be a sticker. So all of these little images you see on the walls are stickers, along with some other ones. There's one up here and some others, including the one for the sort of trap door that triggers. There is one there as well. Taking a look at the back of the set just shows all of the different Technic pieces and how they are moving, and like really this is like a mini Technic set in a lot of ways. Very, very interesting to see all the parts usage. I'll just turn some of them just to show what they look like. So this one is just turning, as you can see, the little, to symbolize them, you know, swinging across. So that's fun. Going to the end and showing what it looks like when you turn the boulder. As you can see, looks really cool there. And of course, probably the most interesting one is at the end with the, you know, golden idol. So turning it, as you can see, very simple. Like, it's not too crazy, but still there's a lot of different aspects that go into that that make it look as good as it does. The Lego Indiana Jones Temple of the Golden Idol is absolutely the best Lego Indiana Jones set they released this year, and I really hope they continue to make more. Of course, they canceled the Dial of Destiny Lego sets. I mean, I don't even know if they made it actually to production. We know that they almost went to production with a Temple of Doom set that got canceled. And so far there's been no rumors about any other Indiana Jones sets, which sucks, I have to say. Like, I really wish we would get more sets. I think, back in the day, Indiana Jones had some absolute banger sets, and they definitely could have made more scenes from these films, including the Temple of Doom set. Like, I think if it's in the film, it doesn't mean you're supporting it. Like, because assuming they didn't want to have child slaves or whatever, like, you can have the Temple of Doom set and not feature, child slaves in the set, I feel like. You can just have Short Round. Just little things like that where I don't really get their worry with PR on things that were in movies. But they canceled the set, and it seems like this is going to be it for Indiana Jones again. We just get these few sets, and then it's going to, retire, and who knows when we'll get any more Indiana Jones sets ever again. So if you're a fan of Indiana Jones, I definitely feel like this is a must-have. I think this set is absolutely outstanding. The detail, like, I don't even think I properly showed some of the detail on top that just really aids the set there with the different tree leaves and whatnot. Just aids in the detail there. The spider webs, just really outstanding little build, and one that's absolutely so cool to have on display. So like I said, if you're a fan of Indiana Jones, I think this set is absolutely a must-have. Yes, it's on the pricier end, but you can get deals. Me personally, I got this one for, I believe, $60 off on Amazon.ca. So you can definitely find sets on sale, and I'm not sure if this set is retiring this year. I hope they keep at least this one for another year, but if not, I definitely would try and pick it up before it retires, because it's definitely going to be a popular set when it retires, because I do think it's one of the best Lego Indiana Jones sets they've ever made. With that being said, that's all my opinion. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Lego Indiana Jones Temple of the Golden Idol set in the comments down below. Are you guys a fan of this set and this diorama style set that they made? Do you hope they bring this to other themes like Marvel, like DC even, or any other themes that they make? Or would you prefer the diorama ideas and, how they look sort of stay just with Star Wars? Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.